Hello, it's Not Bad Cat here on June 4th, 2022 with your weekday RimWorld mod updates and uploads. Fantasy, sci-fi, steampunk, medieval. Do you try to theme your mod pack? Keep spacer tech out of my fantasy world? What about graphics? Vanilla, highly detailed, anime, pixelated? I try to theme my mods around a specific idea. How do you play? Let me know in the comments. For today's mods, silver is on my mind. Plus, some creatures that covet shiny treasure. Give your gun names and more with Rename Weapon by Helitis Americanus with coding work done by Taranchuk. Just like renaming a colonist or animal, weapons will have a rename button right next to its info button. You can also allow colonists to rename weapons themselves after some time, but even if you don't care to rename your weapons, you can also hide the weapon's material, condition, and quality. I hate fibrous mechanites, but sensory mechanites are less bad. My sickly doctor got both during my Memorial Weekend livestream, and as the only competent pawn in medical, treating her fibrous mechanites took forever, since it makes manipulation worse. But Stabilized Mechanoids by Van adds 2 drugs available by quest or trader that can give you a weaker but permanent version of these 2 diseases. Get a 25% increase in blood pumping, movement speed, and manipulation with Stabilized Fibrous Mechanites, but you also get permanent 15% pain and 135% tiredness. Stabilized Sensory Mechanites add a 25% bonus to sight, hearing, and talking, plus 10% bonus to manipulation. It also has the 135% tiredness, but only 5% pain. If you can manage the tiredness, that's some good stat increases. MedPod by Some Guy updated with a few patches to some popular mods and some automation. MedPods and VetPods can now remove most radiation-related heat ifs from Dubs Atomics. Pawns in War Caskets from Vanilla Factions Expanded Pirates cannot use MedPods, but you can remove the Shell Casket trait from pawns you took out of the War Caskets. Pawns with high cholesterol, diabetes, and high blood pressure from Vanilla Cooking Expanded will now relax a bit about treating these conditions. Let your pawns eat their cake. They won't indulge and immediately run to the MedPod anymore. Doctors and wardens will now automatically transfer their patients from any bed to the MedPod. Super handy if you have a lot of injured colonists, but only one MedPod. If you started playing with the mod Diseases Overhauled due to a masochistic polar bear and are getting tired of every single colonist having 1 or 2 permanent diseases, pick up the mod Diseases Overhauled Biosculptor patch by Forza. Biosculptors will be able to cure diseases like hepatitis K, hyperthyroidism, chemical damage, brain damage, and a lot more.
What's this? Oh, salt. Salts? Gold? Salts? Why is there so much salt?
Are you getting salty about finding nothing but salt with your ground-penetrating scanner? Keep your blood pressure low with No Deep VCE Salt by SK, which removes salt from the Deep Drill resource pool.
You want some salt? We got salt for days.
Add a little extra if you like to roleplay your colony a little with What's Today's Menu by Kaitori Senko. It doesn't actually change anything for your colonists, it's just a little fluff for you. What is that simple meal made of rice? Porridge. A fine meal? Venison stew. Since really, is all you eat just a meal? Does the bouncing and flashing effect of the letters bother you or some other reason? Stop them from doing that with Static Letters by Space Moth. Whether it's annoying or distracting, and in this world with things constantly competing for your attention, sometimes calmer is better. U2744 has created Rim Coins, a retexture of both silver and gold, to make them look more like currency. On the face of each coin is the O from the RimWorld logo. These are 512 by 512 textures, and they even have a little glow to them. Are you draining traders dry of their silver and still can't sell all of your human leather dusters? Pick up Customizable Silver Stock by Hosea Solar. You can individually change how much a trader has available for visitors, caravans, settlements, and orbital traders. Make orbital traders and settlements have 1000% more silver, but caravans at default, since really, there's a logical limit of how much they can have. It's however much they can carry. Add it to your existing colonies or change the silver amount in the settings at any time. These changes will only apply to new traders or when a settlement restocks. If they're on your map, what they got is what they got. Things can go horribly wrong when a caravan enters onto your map exactly where that huge mechanoid cluster has been sleeping for the last quadrum. They wake up, Destroy that caravan with ease, and now you pray to Randy he sees fit to send a strong raid of pirates or a huge insectoid swarm so they can kill each other. But Randy is Randy. Stop that from happening with Malia's own creation, Ask Before Enter. You'll get a pop-up that a trade caravan is approaching. What type of trader and what faction? You don't know. But you can let them enter, tell them no, absolutely do not, or come back later. Let sleeping mechanoids lie. I use the locks mod to stop visitors and especially traders from waltzing into my excuse of a base to eat at my tables and disturb the sleep of anyone and everyone. Even worse is when they bring in their muffalos and elephants, or they try to open a door I've forbidden and aggro the insectoid nest I've been stealing jelly from every night. Do not go there. My space mod will cause traders, visitors, and even guests from the hospitality mod to obey your forbidden door settings, but only if faction relations are above -20. Don't think to trap them inside by just forbidding doors once they're inside. If you don't give them an exit, they will make an exit, or several. Dragon's Descent has finally been upgraded to 1.3, and with it comes quite a few changes. Much of their old framework has been ported into the vanilla expanded framework mod, adding some interesting new possibilities, like dragons being able to fly right over your defenses. New breath abilities are coming, but you can take a look at the fire dragons right now. But everything about the dragons, from armor to attacks to dragon altar abilities, have been changed. A dragon altar can calm angry dragons and send a dragon off to bombard enemies on a separate map with their breath. Oh, and you'll want to keep dragons calm. Their breath weapons don't have a cooldown yet. It's something they haven't been able to port into the code. That red dragon has a flame attack that has a large range and a big spread. Your colonists might be burnt to a crisp before they can even get within melee range. In addition, RWI Dragon's Descent Void Dwellers by Ravi updated as well. These dragons come from the celestial skies or vacuum of space, and they are powerful. Tame a Nebula Dragon, a very rare and less aggressive dragon whose breath attacks will burn other creatures, but your terrain won't be lit on fire. Void Dragons, on the other hand, are very aggressive and hostile, with energy breath weapons that cause explosions. Perhaps you'll even be lucky enough to tame a Rurelian Zol Dragon, highly intelligent with a breath weapon of mini comets that explode violently. And there's dragon-related items and decorations. But these dragons are also waiting on the code for breath weapon cooldown, so don't expect them to be balanced and fair right now. That wraps up the mod updates and uploads for June 4th, 2022. If you've enjoyed the video, check out the playlist. I've been making this series for almost 6 months already.
You want more salt? I hate you. I hate you.